everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you're having a wonderful day. Have you ever wanted a bag where you didn't need Velcro, glue, or clothespins to keep it closed? If so, stay tuned. Welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to stop by to spend this time with me. You could be doing anything else, but you're choosing to be here and I appreciate it. Welcome to all of my new subscribers and a big thank you to everyone who is supporting me and my channel. Thank you guys so very much. So today I'm going to kick off how we can take our bags and boxes with the slightest tweaks. We are going to turn them into resealable, reclosable. And here's what I'm talking about, y'all. This is a very gorgeous bag for any season, any reason, any gender, but I have this one dressed for Valentine's Day. But remember, just change the paper and embellishments and you change the look and the feel of your bag. But this one is special because we can reseal it without the use of Velcro or a clothespin. It's a flip top bag with a tab closure. So y'all know what time it is? Time to make it. All right, y'all, so here's a closer look at the project we're going to be making today. When finished, it is going to measure 7.5 by 4.25 by 1.5. This is a very stylish bag, and what makes it so unique is the fact that it will be resealable without the use of any Velcro, glue, clothespins, anything. This is a bag that you can adapt to many, many sizes, and this is a technique that you can also transfer to making boxes. But today we're going to make a bag, and all you're going to need is a 12 by 12 piece of decorative cardstock. And then how you choose to dress it is going to be totally up to you. But we are going to be able to make this super awesome bag using just one piece of 12 by 12 cardstock. And then I went online and just found a Happy Valentine's Day piece of clip art, and I will be mounting that to some scrap paper. So on one 12-inch side, we are going to score at 1.5 and at 9. So then we'll turn it once and we'll score at 1/2 inch, 4 3/4, 6 1/4, and 10.5. So let's go ahead and fold and burnish our scores. Don't put your scoreboard away just yet because we will need it. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and do the burnishing. And I am using a medium weight cardstock for this. Medium to heavyweight works best for a project like this one. But guys, please use what you have that you think will work. So the narrow flap here is going to be the glue flap. So we're going to have 2 corner pieces on both ends that we need to get rid of. So I am just going to cut straight down. Remove this piece, and remove this piece. And this is going to be our adhesive flap. And now on this wide part, this is the top of your bag. So I am just going to go to the score mark and drag straight down. Now I'm going to take these pieces and move them out of the way because we need to remove these 2 pieces. And we're going to remove them all together. So now let's go to the bottom and we're just going to free up our tabs. So go up to your score mark and you can angle here slightly if you want. And this is how your piece should look right now. So where the glue flap is, that is the back of your bag. We're going to go ahead and take this piece that is on the back and we're going to fold it in. But to make sure that I'm not hitting my score marks, I am just going to take off a little bit so that when I fold it in, everything is good Now, if you wanted to put an acetate window in yours, just decide how much of the window you want, and if this happens to be in the way of your acetate window, just reduce it in size. I do the fold over simply because it gives me a nicer lip on my bag and boxes, but you don't have to do that. If you want to remove it altogether, you can, or even if you wanted to reduce it in size, you can do that as well. So I am going to take my handy dandy reptile adhesive, put some on, fold that in, get this nice and stuck. And this will be the back of our bag. So now that our project piece looks like this, I'm going to go ahead and place it back in my trimmer, and we're going to score this flap at 2 1/4 inches. And so now that you have that flap scored there, you're going to need a ruler. And we're going to take the ruler and just place it along the bottom, just like this. And I'm going to make myself a little mark at 1 1/2 and at 2 5/8. So I'm making a mark at 1 1/2 and 2 5/8. Then I'm just going to take my ruler, place it down, and make a cut at the score mark, like that. Same thing over here. I'm just going to position my ruler on that mark that I made, and I'll cut straight down. And you're going to have your nice little tab. And then we'll take this piece, and we're just going to angle these 2 outside flaps. We're just going to add a little bit of sturdiness to the flap. And now I'll take some glue, place some glue on these 2, and fold them in. And now I'll take my scissors. I'm going to round all of these little edges. And what that does is it gives me a nice little fold flap to the back. So now we're going to go over to the back side, and we're just going to place our ruler, eyeballing it by placing it in the center, and you're going to come down to 2 1/2 inches. So my 2 1/2 inch mark is right here. So I am going to make myself just a little mark. So I'm going to take my ruler, line it up with my score mark, and then place it on the mark. And I am going to make a cut from 1 1/2 to 3. And because I did do that fold over of that inside flap, it's pretty thick, so I have to bear down to go in. And so then where I've made that slit, I'm going to take my ruler and just eyeball it, place the ruler down, and make another slit up to the 1 inch mark on the ruler. So what you've done is you have created an upside down T. So you're going to have this going across and this coming down. So that's all we need to do to the back. Now we need to work on the sides so that they'll fold in. So once again, I'm going to bring my scoreboard back in. I am going to fold under my bottom flaps because I want them out of the way. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to make a score on these flaps only, the center fold flap. So I'm going to fold this up and out of the way. Then I'm going to fold it under because I only want to make this score on these panels right here. So when I put it in, I'm just going to do a very light score at 2 1/2. Then I'll do the same thing over here. I'll fold it over, and this time I can go all the way through at 2 1/2. And so what you should have, and it's probably hard to see, but you're going to have a score at 2 1/2 here. And on this panel, you'll also have a score at 2 1/2. So now our piece is like this. And guys, we're almost done. But in order to get this fold that's going to look like this, we need to take our ruler And what we're going to do is we're finding the halfway point on these two panels, this one and the one on the opposite side. The halfway point is going to be 3/4 of an inch. So we're going to take our ruler, and I'm just going to make a mark at 3/4 of an inch. And I can see that mark right there. So then I'm going to take my ruler, and all I'm going to do is from the center point of this mark to the mark that I made at 2.5 inches, I am going to just angle all the way down, and you'll see that right now. So I'm going to place my ruler on that center mark that I made here, and I'll just angle over to where that 2.5 inch score mark is, and I'll go right in that corner, and I'm going to make a nice deep score. And then I'll do the same thing on the opposite end. I'll take my ruler, place it on that mark, and there is my 2.5 inch score right there. I am just going to line it up there so that I can create a corner. And I score. So there's one, and then we're going to do the same thing over here on this one. So we need to find our 3/4 inch mark, and I will just make a nice little score right there. That's my halfway point. Then I can line my ruler up with the halfway point. And then I'll find the score mark that I made on this panel at 2.5. And all I'm going to do is just score. And then I'll do the same thing over here. I'll line up my ruler with that mark that I made. Place my ruler down right on the edge. And then I'm just going to score. And so now I am going to take these score marks and just fold them in so that my bag will fold the way that I want it. And so there we have our folds. You can see how it folds in right here. Now we can put it together. So I am going to take my glue. You can use tape if you want. I am using my glue. I am going to place some glue on the glue flap. I'll take this piece and I'll match it to this end. And now I can use my big old spatula to get that nice and stuck. And now we can put it together. So we're going to fold in the side flaps. This is going to be the back. So we'll take this piece and we'll fold it in third. So let's fold in the two side flaps. Let's take that piece and fold it in. And now we'll take this piece and fold it like that. And then I'm just going to make sure I have a good stick on this base. We can take the sides and pinch them in. And you can see what a cute little bag we have. And now I'm just going to squeeze it like this so that I can take this piece. And if you find that your slit isn't long enough, just take your finger blade and go in and make it just a little bit wider, which was the case with mine. So that's why I'm showing you that technique. So we're going to take this, and now we can just slide it in the slit. And so there we have it, y'all. We have a really beautiful little bag with a fold over flap that tucks in so that it is reclosable. We are going to go ahead and just make a little something for the front, and our bag will be done. So like I said, I printed out this little Valentine's Day sticker, and you can go on Google and find all types of free clip art images for whatever reason you want. So I'm placing that down on a black mat. Then I'm going to take a little bit of glue, place that glue here, And we're going to place this down on my little pink mat. Use my big old spatula. And now I'll take it and we're just going to put it on our bag. So however you choose to decorate yours, it is completely up to you. But really all you need is one piece of 12 by 12 cardstock or paper of some type to be able to make this super stinking cute project. So I have themed my bag for Valentine's Day, but guys, you don't have to. You can theme yours for any season, any reason, any gender. It is completely up to you. But I am just going to take a couple of stickers and I'm going to place one at the top and one here at the bottom because I think that is super cute. So there we have our awesome flip top reclosable bag. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video tutorial. If you have, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I'd love to have you join this amazing online crafting family. You guys, as always, please be safe, be kind, be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.